Hey, what's up guys, Phil here, and this is a review for the Crenova YG600 HD LED projector. You'll receive the projector, remote control, 5-foot power cable, 8-inch RCA input cable, 5-foot HDMI cable, and an instruction manual. The projector is fairly large, weighing nearly 8 pounds and measuring 13 inches by 9 inches by 4 inches tall. On the front of the projector is a 3-inch diameter lens, which has a hard plastic cover cap. To its right, you'll find the front IR receiver for the remote control, and below that, a push-button release for the tilt foot, which pops out of the bottom. The tilt foot can raise the front of the projector up about 1 1/4 inch, and can be adjusted by holding the release button and pushing the foot in part or all the way in. On the top of the unit, you have the power button, back button, source selector, menu key, and menu navigation keys. The large dial behind the lens controls its focus, and the small dial is the keystone for adjusting pitch if the unit is tilted upward. On the back, you have the power plug on the bottom left, with the power switch above that. Then across the top is the VGA input, 2 HDMI inputs, 2 USB ports with the left one supplying 5-volt power, the AV RCA input for the included cable, a headphone out port, micro SD card slot, and rear IR receiver for the remote control. In the bottom right, the vent door over the fan is removable for cleaning, to prevent overheating. On the bottom are 4 rubber feet that are removable, and reveal M3 mounting points for ceiling mounting brackets or racks. Note, however, that there is no 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch mounting hole for a tripod, so you'll need to have a flat surface to use the projector on if not ceiling mounting. The remote requires 2 AAA batteries which are not included, and it has additional keys and functions for the projector like volume control, play pause, fast forward, and rewind. Since this unit needs to be plugged in to run and has a pretty short power cable, you'll typically need to run an extension cord unless you happen to have the perfect spot at the right height and distance from your screen that also happens to be near an outlet. I've set the projector about 4.5 feet high and 13 feet from my projector screen set up in my living room. Right now the projected image has about a 120-inch diagonal, although the box states that it can go up to 200 inches. You can see the image is somewhat washed out in a brightly lit room. If I turn off some of the lights, the image looks much better. Keep in mind the projector is being used indoors during the daytime with some ambient light in front of and behind the screen. The projector is best viewed in pitch dark conditions at night with the lights off. The projector is compatible with both front and rear projection screens because you can flip the image vertically and/or horizontally, depending on whether or not you've ceiling mounted the unit. In USB or SD card modes, the main menu allows you to choose video, music, photos, and other file types from your input source. While the projector doesn't have Wi-Fi capability, the HDMI and other input methods worked fine and allowed me to add Wi-Fi streaming via a Chromecast. You could also accomplish this with an Amazon Fire TV stick or Apple TV. I also appreciated the fact that I could power the Chromecast using the 5-volt USB port on the back. Note that while the projector accepts input resolutions up to 1080p HD, the native output resolution is 1280 by 768, so it's still considered HD, but any video resolution higher than 720p will be downscaled. The color saturation and contrast are pretty good for this price range. It has a lower portion where you'll put your loose tea leaves. The silicone rubber is flexible and squishy. To reassemble, you simply press the upper half back into the lower half. One thing that you might have noticed is that the fan is actually fairly quiet on this unit, and I was impressed with the built-in stereo speaker, because it has decent projection and clarity with little distortion at the higher volume levels. You'll receive the pump unit and an instruction manual. This electric wine decanter pump is a bit larger than the other ones that I own. For the best audio experience though, I do recommend connecting an external speaker via the headphone jack, which can use a standard 1/8 inch audio cable. This is a review for the AU-AG Immersion Sous Vide Cooker. You'll receive the sous vide cooker, GFCI power cable, and an instruction. Note though that it won't support Dolby Audio. Overall, this projector does a great job with displaying high-definition video in dark conditions. It has pretty good color, brightness, sound, and saturation. The built-in speaker does a fine job on its own, and it's perfectly suitable for movie nights, though using an external speaker bumps up the viewing experience a notch. It also works great for gaming or even business presentations since the HD resolution makes the text fairly easy to read. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.